I'm Mary Hodson. Welcome to the Chamber Connection. I'm the president here of the Hutchinson Chamber of Commerce and Tourism. And today, my friends, I brought you a special treat. I am bringing you one of our new employees. Miranda Piepenberg is in the house. The crowd goes wild. Welcome to the Chamber Connection.
This is super fun. I'm glad to be here. Super glad to be here.
So you started at the Chamber in July, I believe on the 18th.
Yes.
So we're coming up on another month of having managed to survive the Chamber.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be crazy to work here. We have on-the-job training.
Yeah, definitely. Jump head first, right?
Yeah, right. And so today we're going to take a little different tack because, of course, we're going to talk about Small Business Saturday. So we thought maybe you could ask me the questions and we can talk about Small Business Saturday because you know some of it, but it's your first year seeing everything from behind the scenes.
Right. So, I mean, I've been a shopper, Small Business Saturday, but I've never been able to take part. So, really excited and looking forward to that. But since I am pretty new to the Chamber, what more can you tell me about what happens on Small Business Saturday?
So Small Business Saturday is always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So it's after Black Friday, what people know as Black Friday. And what happened was a long, long time ago in a land far away, okay, right here, people started using that day after Thanksgiving as the shopping opportunity, like the first Christmas shopping day, right?
Right.
And for our small businesses, that's a really big deal because many of our small businesses, the majority, and I'm talking 60, 70, 80% of their annual business is done during the holidays. It's astronomical. But when Black Friday happened, it was really about the larger corporations that have lots of dollars, marketing dollars, right? So our small businesses couldn't really compete with that. And American Express said, you know, what if we do something to help our small businesses collectively? And so I think it was 2010 when they started, and that continued to grow, and the experience and the excitement continued to grow. Certainly from the Chamber side, because they're well known for sending community champions like us boxes of free stuff. Now, more and more chambers are community champions, and so those boxes may have gotten a little bit smaller, but still the information and the goodies that are in there are so fun. So we got to open the box this morning, right?
Yeah.
And so you got to see the new bags.
Those are fun.
We have a new banner, those kind of things. So that happened back again in 2010, I think was the first year. And in 2013, we kind of jumped on that bandwagon as we were learning about Small Business Saturday and what it can do for our businesses. And just a couple had heard about it really back in those infancy days, right? When something's brand new. And so now it's really big. Now we are handing out money like it's water. Not really, not in a obtrusive way, not in a gross way, right?
Right.
So you've seen our board members and ambassadors coming in to help us purchase gift cards. They go out and purchase gift cards ahead of time. So then on Small Business Saturday, which is the 26th of November, we will go out, and when I say we, our board members, ambassadors, our Think Local committee, they'll all go out and hand out dollars as in gift cards at businesses, but also that's when we have the ping pong ball hunt.
Ping pong ball hunt. Now, in past, it's been a ping pong ball drop, correct?
Good catch.
Yeah.
Good catch. You know, we've been in the street for a couple of years, and that is really logistically for an hour period of time. Takes up a lot of city help and creates a whole nother level of stress for us. So we're going to take a page from the Easter Bunny, rip it out of the book and use it for ourselves. So we'll do a hunt for those balls in Library Square. We'll have spaces cordoned off. And you just learned the other day, we have kids and adults.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited to be able to still do that, still have the great prizes. We may have a grand prize sitting in there somewhere.
Oh,
I know, right? But everybody's pretty much guaranteed if they get a ball, a nice prize of 5, 10, 20, 25, some are $50 gift cards to local businesses.
Awesome.
So when we first did this, it's, things happen for a reason. That very first year that we got packages, we got all these boxes, but then this little box, like a recipe box, showed up, and we didn't know what it was. And we opened it up, and it was from American Express, and it said we'd been drawn randomly to receive 50 $25 gift cards from American Express.
Oh man. So like the Visa or the American Express gift cards that
Yes.
work like debit cards.
Yes. So exactly. And so we went out and gave them out to unsuspecting shoppers. And the feedback and their reactions are so powerful when you're handing somebody, oh, look, like when you're handing somebody, like, here, have a free meal. And you can even see their envelopes there. Or like, hey, we're going to give you some money to help spend here because you're out shopping local. And thanking people for shopping local on that Saturday.
Yeah.
And you can see our friend Matt here. He has one of the red scarves on. And that's kind of how people can tell are elves, because they have a red hat, a red scarf.
Right.
Some have red pants, some have red shoes, right? It's really fun. And I'm really excited for you and Jenny, who's also new to the chamber, to be able to experience this. Because look at those people, they're like, what? You're gonna give me money? Like for Christmas shopping? Some of these people need some of those dollars to help because they're struggling to pay. Oh, they were right outside the chamber last year. And so it's just great to be able to help people with their Christmas shopping, entice them to come out. But really the winners here are our small businesses.
Right, because they're gift cards, as I've found out from our ambassadors, they're gift cards for local businesses. So not only are we giving them money to spend, but it's money to spend right here in town.
Yeah, right here in town where those dollars just continue to regenerate.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think is so important for people to understand is when you're shopping local, you're not just spending $50 and then you just walk away. That $50 now helps pay for taxes. It helps pay for salaries. When you give people salaries, they're going to use that money that's going to regenerate again and again and again. When people are paying real estate taxes, going to the county, taxes going to the state, to the city, those city taxes create the services that we really enjoy. If every household in Hutchinson spent 10% less outside of Hutchinson and brought that 10% back home, and if every business took 5% of what they spend outside of Hutchinson and brought it back into the community, annually that'd be $42 million.
That's crazy.
For the city. Now imagine if we had those kind of dollars and what our taxes would look like, right? So I tell people, if you're complaining about your taxes, but you're going online to do all of your shopping, I mean, there's actually something you can do about it, and that's the beauty of this. Plus, you're supporting your neighbors, your friends, your family by shopping local.
I did actually read an article the other day that said for every $100 that you spend locally, $68 stays right here. 32, of course, you have like shipping the product in.
The product itself.
Right.
A transportation and, of course, fuel, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing to me that 43 to 68% if you're shopping locally, right? Because not everything's owned locally, but if you're at a locally owned and operated business, it's 68% of that dollar. So for every $100, it's $68. For every dollar, it's 68 cents. And that's significant.
Right. It's huge.
And as we continue to regenerate it, and people say reduce, reuse, recycle, well, let's recycle that dollar as much as we can.
Right.
And that's how, as people start talking about potential recession, this is a great way to help yourself and your community as well. And we're going to start getting in the weeds, right? But it's a really cool way to manage it.
For sure.
So I'm going to quiz you a little bit. So Small Business Saturday is?
Saturday, November 26th.
And we are going to do a ping pong ball hunt. When and where?
10 a.m. Library Square.
You're so good. Yeah, I'm really excited because, of course, you've seen what's been happening. So we started with $4,000. And that came from the ambassadors and the chamber.
Yep.
And the chamber board had a fundraising event at your first event, the golf tournament, and then we piped in enough to get to $4,000. What's been happening when our volunteers, Miranda, go out and buy gift cards from local businesses?
So when we're going out and trying to buy gift cards from local businesses, those businesses in turn are turning around and saying, wait, we want to give you so much more. So not only are we able to purchase gift cards for them, but they're donating sometimes the same, if not twice as
More.
much. Yeah.
When I saw somebody come in, somebody met me in the parking lot at ambassador meeting this morning and handed me the 5 that we'd had, and they matched it, right? I mean, it just blows my mind about the generosity. And we know that businesses get asked over and over again, but I think that this is a testament to what we're doing.
Right.
And how important it is to those businesses, and they recognize that. And so it's really exciting to be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I know, right? So also that day, fun, never had this happen before. Our friends from Hometown Conversations, Roman and Jill, are going to be doing a live podcast right before the ping pong ball drop. And they're going to do it in our chamber window. So people can come and listen and watch them as they're chatting with different guests before that happens. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like, they're going to be in their own snow globe. Everybody can watch them. So I'm looking forward to that. And then after the ping pong ball drop, that's once we get everybody's. So if you've not been there before, right? You go find a ping pong ball, you turn it in, and it's got a number on it. So if it's number 24, you're going to get the bag, the box, or the envelope that has number 24 on it.
Cool.
And then you get whatever that is. So what questions do you have? What other questions do you have for us?
So is it all day giving, or is there a time when it kind of, there's a lull to it?
So 10 o'clock really seems to be the kickoff because that's when our stores mostly open, like our smaller stores
Yep.
open. We have some that are open earlier just because of the holidays, or they're just really excited. I mean, our stores do get really excited about this event. But then our team, we have teams that go out with the dollars that we're going to give away. And then they go out until they've given all of it away. And you'd think it'd be easy to kind of like throw the money around, but it's not. You've learned that it actually takes a long time to go and do the process of picking up and purchasing,
Yeah.
right? But it's also equally not that easy to just go out and give it away. Number one hint to people who are shopping. Any idea what it might be?
I don't know. You mentioned something about the red.
Right. So when people see the red, if they are going to follow us, and trust me, they're not as tricky as they think they are. They're not as sly as they think. We're probably not going to give it to you if you're just following us. And we know, we can see, we can tell.
Right.
We really want to give it to those people who are unsuspecting, and it just always seems to work out the way it's supposed to. But also, if somebody's wearing a red hat or a red scarf or something red and there's a couple people with them and they approach you, maybe you don't want to say no thank you. Because we've had people go, no, I'm not interested in whatever you're selling, right? And we're like, no, we want to give you, no. They're like, no, no.
I mean, I could see that. I know a few people who would be
Yeah.
a little taken off
Right?
guard. Yeah.
And then we just want to make it rain. Gift cards all over town. So we're purchasing $20 and $25 gift cards. I think we have a few 10s in there, but people are giving us 20, 25s. We did purchase some 50s for some of the businesses that have bigger items.
Right.
Furniture stores. Yep. So yeah, and you know those big Gaylords that we have in the office?
Those giant boxes.
Those giant boxes full of 3M Family Day bags,
Oh, yes.
they made extra for us. Those we'll also be giving away.
Oh, fantastic.
So
Who
I-
doesn't love 3M stuff?
So they were kind enough to make us a bunch of extras for a couple of different events that we have this year. And we've already been able to give away some. And it is amazing to me how much people appreciate a good 3M goodie bag. And these are packed with some really cool things. And they're pretty hefty. So I'm really excited for people to be able to enjoy and experience that level of giving as well.
Yeah, that's like my favorite thing when it comes to the Hutch Parade is when 3M walks by and they're handing out tape. I've never been so excited at a parade before.
All right, so we're going to be giving out the gift bags. We're going to be giving out prizes. We're going to be doing the ping pong ball hunt. Rain, snow, or sunshine, by the way.
When it comes to the ping pong ball hunt, is it just going to be a free-for-all? Is it all adults, all kids? Like, how does that work?
We'll do the kids first in a separate area, and we'll just kind of, stake out, where it is. If anybody decides they're going to go in early, we're probably going to go elf police. No, let's be nice to everybody. And we'll do the same thing with the adults. And so we'll give them a start, and then they can go and get them. We do the kids first, get them out of the way, because we don't, of course, want the kids in with the adults.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
But we ordered more ping pong balls, too. I know.
It's exciting.
Very exciting, and it gets a little chaotic. And that's the only part that we ask people to be patient with, is because we divide them up into lines by the number, but it does take a little bit of time to go through and go, okay, here's 44. Oh, you've got 76. Okay, here's 75, 77, here's 70, right? It takes a little bit of time to do that, but we have so many volunteers, and we're really hoping that, we can really bust some numbers this year. Yeah, but I'm glad that we're not going to be in the street, because we break balls. It's cold. They're plastic. Some of them, somebody one year, I'm pretty sure this is all of the ball. It's so sweet, right?
Oh my goodness.
I know, but there's a number on it. Put it together, a little puzzle, and then they could get the prize. But then the stories that we get afterwards, when our elves have been sending us pictures and we're posting them on Facebook, and the stories that they get from people are really sweet.
Yeah. I think that's the part that I'm most excited about is seeing the excitement or, the emotions that come out from it.
Yeah, because, so many people say, oh, I never win anything, right? We hear that a lot. So I remember one of our teams was at one of the furniture stores, and they gave somebody a gift card. And the woman was really teary, and they're like, no, this is a good thing. And she goes, no, you don't understand. I have family coming from out of town. My husband just passed away, and I'm buying a mattress for our guests. And they're like, well, we're sorry, we would give you more if we could. And she's like, no, just the idea that I was the one who was picked right now at this time. Well, what we found out later is that her son was at their liquor store, and he just thought people were handing out things randomly, wasn't really paying attention. And he stopped and said, you guys, thank you so much. And they're like, well, you're welcome. He goes, no, you don't understand. I just thought you were handing out something randomly. I didn't pay attention to what was happening until I read the card. He said, I was just kind of oblivious, kind of just out of it. And he said, my dad passed away. We have company coming from out of town, staying at my mom's house. And I'm just picking up stuff for family before the funeral. And so we'd hit that family that just really needed an extra blessing, or maybe just an extra, you call them God winks.
Yep.
Right? Just that little extra something. People who've been, there was one year we were in one of the downtown boutiques, and there was a woman said, no, I know what you're doing. Just do it for somebody else, please. And we went, oh no, if you're going to have that kind of attitude, we're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
We just wanted to extend that kindness. She actually sent us a card later and said, thank you so much. I knew what was happening. I asked you not to, but you did. And I was able to then take my dollars to another store that I didn't know that I would be able to go and support. And so, God dang it. They're good. They're so good.
All the feel-good moments.
Yeah. So those are the things that makes us feel good, right? But it's also the business owners who are like, there were people there. Lots of times they'll tell us that they've been talking. They're really good at talking to their customers.
Right.
Where'd you come from? How'd you find out about the day? Things like that. And so many of them will say, well, we heard about this happening, and we just thought it was such a great thing to be able to come and support Hutchinson for doing something like this for their businesses. And other people who have told us, you know what, there was one, I think they were from Worthington, and they were here for a basketball tournament, and they just kind of fell in love with downtown. And so they happened to come not knowing that there was going to be Small Business Saturday. And they said, and then we get something else. How can we not love your community? We already loved it. We traveled all the way up here to shop and have fun with our family and friends. And then they ended up getting blessed with those gift cards as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm really excited. I just hope that this really blesses our businesses in town too, because that's, part of our job is making things good for them and helping them and supporting them.
Well, you hear me say all the time, and I've heard you now say it, our business is our businesses. That's what we're here for, is to engage, promote, and support them. And if we can do this,
right?
It seems like it's a little thing. It's a lot of work. But it's something that just has so like tales to it, right? The stories and the things that happen, and it's just cyclical, right?
Right.
So maybe we should just talk a little bit about a couple of other things that have been happening with the chamber to help our businesses. You got to help at one of these things, the Child Care Innovation Program. We did an appreciation event for our child care providers. What do you think of that?
So a long time ago, when my daughter was young, I did daycare for a very brief period of time.
Hold on.
Yeah. It is not for the faint of heart. There was one woman who had been in daycare over 40 years. 40 years.
Yeah. Debbie Coughlin.
Bless her soul.
Everybody knows who she is, yeah.
But it was just a great event, and so many of those providers said how appreciated they felt. And it's really, sometimes a thankless job. Yes, there's lots of parents who are so grateful for their care providers and show them, but there's a lot who really don't get that. So I was happy to be able to donate my time, or the ability to do headshots for them. Yes. So
that was awesome. So that's part of the Rural Child Care Innovation Program that we're working on with First Children's Finance. Mm-hmm. And really, it's a program that's going to help us as a community actually find ways to overcome barriers for childcare, for parents to find childcare, for employers to have employees who have childcare, and also for the childcare providers, right? So we're looking at it from many different lenses, and we're actually going to do a town hall meeting on November 29th. You have to register. You can go to the chamber website to find that information, or give us a call, 587-5252. One of these days, one of us will answer the call with a smile on our face, and we'll get you the information. Mm-hmm. You need to register for that town hall meeting, but we really want as many people there as possible to have the conversation, to hear what the results are of the surveys that have been out in the community now for 3 months, and to learn what are the real barriers and how can we overcome them as a community.
Right. You need to register, but it is a free event.
And it's a free meal.
Yeah, with dinner. Yeah, so it's free.
Yeah.
So sometimes people can hear the word register and think, oh, geez, what do I have to pay?
No.
But no, it's free.
It's so important that we're going to feed you a really nice meal, and we're going to ask you to help us brainstorm, thought process, all of the things.
Yeah. So.
And then we're here, but while we're here, Jenny's back at the office. And Jenny's making phone calls to some of our smallest businesses to find out how many employees they have. So we're working on this beautiful spreadsheet. So something new that is coming to us, it's a really big deal. It's something that changes how we are able to provide service to our chamber members, and that's called Chamber Health. Like the angels should just come down and start singing, right? Ah. Okay, that's going to end up on B-roll. I know it. I'm sure of it. So Chamber Health is from the Minnesota Chamber, and it is the ability for any business with 200 to 300 employees to be part of association healthcare insurance. And of course, when you're grouped with more people than 2, 10, 60, costs go down. And there's a couple of different plans. I am not the insurance expert, but we'll have all the information to our insurance brokers. So if you're a Minnesota Chamber member, you can get into this program. And any of our chamber members that have 1 to 10, up to 10 employees can be a Minnesota Chamber member for free through us.
Wow. So they can be a free Minnesota Chamber member and have access to health care for their employees. That's going to make a huge impact on the unemployment rate. I mean, people are going to be able to hire people because they can offer health care.
And keep people.
Yeah.
Like I was just talking to a small manufacturer the other day, and he goes, this could be game changing for me. He goes, I've never been able to afford insurance. And so I need a way to be able to do that. This could be the answer to what I need. And so it might not be for everybody, but it's going to be for a lot of people. And we're really, really excited about it. Really excited about it. And we're so grateful to the Minnesota Chamber for the work that they've done for the last 4 years on this. It's a long, arduous trail. It includes changing legislation and laws and a lot of different pieces and parts that have been moving for a long time. But I think it's also a good time to remind people that we're not under an umbrella of the Minnesota Chamber or the U.S. Chamber. We're members of those organizations, and that is how this is happening. As a member, as a chamber, as a member of the Minnesota Chamber, we're able to do this. So hopefully by tomorrow we are able to send off the list, and we'll get information to our chamber members and to our insurance brokers. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like our lives are packed full of excitement right now.
Oh, I see what you did there. You tell them.
So if you haven't heard by now, the chamber's moving, and it's a super big move. It's 6 doors down. We are moving to 44 Main Street South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're going to be doing that making the move in December. But just like anybody with a house, you got to start packing and purging now on top of everything else. So we're really excited about that. And you are one of the first to know about that. So if you have questions, if you want to talk to Miranda, you don't even have to talk to me. You can talk to Miranda. You can talk to Jenny. Jenny will talk to you. And that's an inside joke. Jenny will talk to you. But if you call us at 320-587-5252, or if you go online to explorerhutchinson.com, you'll be able to get a lot more information about what's happening. If you're a chamber member, no worries. We're going to be reaching out and letting you know about Chamber Health. We're going to be letting you know about our address change. No worries there. But in the meantime, the next time I get to see you will be in December. And so my wish for you is to have a very gratitude-filled holiday season. And we'll come back to you next in December. We'll tell you all about the move. We'll tell you all the new things that are going on. And in the meantime, Miranda, thank you so much for being with me today. I really appreciate it.
It was fun. Thanks.
You did a great job. Peace out, friends. See you next month.